Okay, welcome ICT 31 to another session in CCB. So for today's session, we will talk about different thought organization techniques. Okay, and converse in an organized manner and confidently use different thought organization techniques in speaking activities. So if someone asks you this, what's your favorite movie? What is your answer? Anyone? So what's your favorite movie? Okay, so yes, Campbell.
Sir, ano po, Alone Together, Alone Together po ni Liza Soberano and Enrique Hill po.
Okay. And when you answer, it should be in English. Okay. So this is not actually about your answer. It's about how you answer. Okay, let's hear it from Althea.
Hi, good morning. So my favorite movie is the um Coraline by Tim Burton po.
And provide a reason why.
It is because I love stop motion movies, especially it's the Halloween is near.
So the reason why you like it is you like Halloween. Is that it? Okay, let's organize your answer. Okay, so you provide the reason and the context behind the reason. Okay, for example, Avengers Endgame is my favorite movie of all time because I think that's the best superhero movie ever. So that's your reason. And why is it the best superhero movie ever? Because all my favorite superheroes are there. For example, Ant-Man, Spider-Man, Thor, Captain America. So that's how you answer, okay? So you answer the question, you provide the reason, and you provide context to the reason. All right? So anyone who wants to answer using that simple framework. So what's your favorite movie of all time? So ano lang. What's your favorite movie? Not of all time kasi it's subject to change. It's contingent. It depends on your mood. Uy, what's your favorite movie? Answer the question, you provide the reason, and you provide context behind your reason. As simple as that. Okay, go, Angelo.
So my current favorite movie is The Girl Hunts Boy because it's a unique movie for me. It became unique because the plot twist of it was the girl was actually from the past, and then once the conflict has been um acco- once the conflict has been solved, the girl went back to the past, and then the boy stays in the future.
Okay, and after answering that, it's like the closing spiel. And that's the reason why
And that's
that's
the
my
reason why
favorite movie
I
of
love
all
the
time.
movie Girl Hunts Boy.
Okay, so that's a simple closing spiel. O, di ba kahit simple question lang may closing spiel. Okay, Diana.
Um, what's my favorite movie? My all-time favorite movie is Midnight Sun because it's the first movie that made me cry um and because of that then um I've got trauma with to the movies with tragic endings and yeah that's the reason why.
Okay, so that will do. Again, anyone who wants to answer the simple question? What's your favorite movie? Uh, uh, uh. Okay. So, gusto niyo makapagtitigan? Sige lang. Okay, Sean, Argelo.
My favorite movie is Ride Your Wave. I like Ride Your Wave because it's an animated movie and it involves romance and fantasy. And because of it, I enjoy the plot of the movie itself. It shows uh, different perspective of romance and the plot and or the ending was good. So because of that, Ride Your Wave is my favorite.
There! That's how you do it. Thank you, Argelo. Okay, so that's just a simple framework. So, if someone asks you, so what's your favorite movie? Batman Returns. So, do you believe you can say something about anything? So, how? So, we use the framework mind mapping. So you answer the question, you provide at least one reason, of course. And the context behind it is the details of why is that your favorite movie. And you just provide a decent summary or conclusion, such as, and that's the reason why it's my favorite movie of all time. Okay, so that's just how you do it. So, for example, my favorite movie of all time is Into the Wild because it makes me want to go outside and leave everything behind. There. And that's the reason why Into the Wild is my favorite movie of all time. Have you seen that movie, class? Into the Wild. It's a true story of Chris McCandless. Right after graduating college, he gave up everything. So, and he went on an adventure in Alaska. Alaska, the state in US. Yeah, it's a very good movie. It's a true to life story. And unfortunately, spoiler. No, no spoiler. Just watch Into the Wild. So there, that's the simple framework. But what if your listener is not satisfied with the details you provided? You already answered the question, and then they're still not satisfied. So after providing the reason, so remember our mind mapping, answer the question, you provide reason, you provide context, and provide a decent conclusion or your closing spiel. So techniques on how to provide additional context. So what is the technique? Okay, what do you think, guys? So if someone already answered the question and they're still not satisfied. So what would you do? You provide another context? You provide another details? So what do you think? What do you need to do? If you answer the question and then still not satisfied, yes, Zarina.
Ano po, I think po sir, ask for ano po, confirmation po by saying something like, does that answer your question, to ensure po na they were satisfied po.
Okay. Yeah, it's slowly becoming transactional. Does that answer your question? Or do you want me to or do you want to talk to my manager? Well, the simple technique is, okay, if someone approach you, okay, so for example, Zarina was approached by someone and asked her, what's your favorite movie? Then Zarina answered it using mind mapping. Okay, so my favorite movie is this is the reason, and that's the reason why. Then you provide caution statement. Then the person approach you still not satisfied. So what would you do? You simply escape. So get out. Okay, escape the conversation. Right? If someone asks you, then they're still not satisfied, then walk out, walk away. No, I'm just kidding. That's an abbreviation for E for example, S for story, C for compare and contrast, A for associate, P for process, and E for explain jargon. We'll explain that one by one. So E, for example, mentions the type of the thing you were talking about. Okay? So just to provide additional context, just like my example, diba? When I answered, Avengers Endgame is my favorite movie of all time because it has all my favorite superheroes. For example, abe, Ant-Man, Thor, Captain America. Okay, so this escape is just a technique to expound the context or the details in answering the question. Got it? So this is what we will be talking about this afternoon. So for example, Mr. Smith, for us to enroll you to our payment services, we would need a valid identification document from you. An example of a valid document is your driver's license or your postal ID. Okay? So when you provide a storage, for example, your unit can store pictures of different formats. Example of formats are JPEG, GIF, PNG. Okay, so that's just how you do it. You provide example. Okay, now it's your turn. Come up with uh, an answer that requires you to provide example. Okay, so for here, um, so what do you need for you to enroll in PUP? Okay, so answer the question and you provide example. Okay. So anyone, what requirements do you need to apply in PUP? So you can start by answering for you to apply in PUP. Okay. You need this following requirements to see if you are qualified. So yeah, that's the reason behind giving requirements. And the list of requirements are, so there. That's just how you provide the example. Okay, so E for example. So we have now another weapon. So remember, this escape thing is your weapon. So you won't be able to, you will always have something to say about anything. Okay? Next, a story. retelling something that happened and picking out important details of the event. So it always starts with I remember when. Okay. So I remember when we first heard of camera phones, we never thought it was possible. So I can start by I remember when I was a kid, there was this green piece that stuck inside my nose. And when I sneeze, it comes out with already have a plant in it, something like that. Okay. It always starts with I remember. Okay. So anyone who wants to share a line that starts with I remember and you telling a story. Okay, I remember it can be anything. Okay. So if you're having hard time thinking of example, you can start with uh tell us your story about your first day in PUP. Something like that. So I remember when I first came here in PUP, then okay, so that's the template. But it can be anywhere. Okay, it can be your first job. I remember when, or I remember when I was in high school. Okay, basta start with I remember when. So that's the story. Any volunteer? Sige, magtititigan ulit tayo. Okay, Ana.
I'll try it po. So, I remember when I was a child, I used to have a nightmares where there are big objects that running towards me, and it was really frightened. I was really frightened because of that.
Okay, so yeah, that's a simple story. Okay, tell us a story. That's correct. And anyone? Yes, Lawrence.
And I still remember the first time my mother had to leave me to go abroad and be an OFW. It was a very devastating experience for me and literally was my first heartbreak ever as a kid.
Oh yeah, that's really kudos for you for surviving that. If that happens to me, I'm not sure if I can handle it. Yeah. So
Uh,
anyone? Okay, mag-isip muna kayo. 30 seconds. May kukunin lang ako. Guys, lahat dapat magsasalita ngayong session na to. Okay? So, CCB yung course natin, then hindi kayo magsasalita buong session. Tibay nyo naman. So, hindi to podcast na pakikinggan nyo lang. Lahat kayo magpa-participate. I'll give you 30 seconds. Okay, let's hear it from Ivy.
Good morning, sir. I remember during enrollment po, I was hesitant whether to take marketing management or the course I'm currently pursuing. However, Mom Reggie convinced me to choose this course, which eventually led me to pursue it anyway because of the opportunities it offers.
Okay, good. Eloisa?
I remember my first call as a call center, as a customer service representative, where the caller was frustrated, cursed at me, and degraded me because she was dissatisfied with the service we were providing. That experience made me stronger and braver, allowing me to handle future calls with more confidence.
Yeah, I remember that too. My first ever call. I already heard the F word, and all my energy was drained. All my hype was drained because of that. Yeah, I remember that too. Okay, Melanie.
Good morning, sir. I remember when I graduated senior high school po. My parents gave me a phone as a gift and it stuck with me kasi I see it as a way of appreciation from my parents po. That's all.
Okay, so good answer. Though refrain from saying po and kasi, because that will be carried over once you take in calls on our mock call. Okay, si Jorafel.
Good morning to sir. So I remember on my seventh birthday, it was the most extravagant birthday celebration I had because my family, my aunts and uncles who I hadn't seen in a long time were there too, and I hope it happens again.
All right. So si Jorafel. And okay, we'll accommodate two more answers. So let's hear it from Gwyneth Santos.
Good afternoon po. For, for me naman po, I still remember the first time I heard a Taylor Swift song. I was watching TV channel one afternoon when her music video entitled Love Story suddenly came on. And at first, I was just casually watching, but as the song played, I got completely drawn in. The melody was so catchy, and the story in the video felt like a modern fairy tale. That moment really stuck with me because it was the first time I realized how a song called tell a story and make you feel something at the same time. And after that, I started looking for more of her song through YouTube, and that's how I became a fan of Taylor Swift.
Hey, good. Next, Jonah.
So I remember when I was between 8 to 10 years old when I would accompany my father to work and we would ride his bicycle. That's the time when I learned how to because I accompanied him every day. I would play on his workplace all day and I would try to ride the bike on my own. And I learned it through that.
Okay, so thank you. I think we can still accommodate one more. Fretzy.
Sorry, sir. I remember back in elementary school, I used to fantasize that I would receive a cake on Teacher's Day because it was also my birthday, October 5, but I never really thought na I would end up in this field po.
Oh. So that's true. Maybe you attracted it. Because when I was a kid, I also very curious when we go out and eat in Jollibee. So I wonder what those people do, those crew, those service crew and those pantry crew are doing. Then I became a call center. I became a service crew also. And then that was when I was in college. And then I also curious about our teacher. I wonder why our teachers don't involved in a fight no matter how conflicting they are. So parang nagtataka ako hindi nag-aaway-away yung mga teacher namin. Maybe they're very professional. Nagtataka ako kahit ano, ang daming conflict, pero they're still very professional. And I wonder why. Then I realized that, yeah, it's because of their professionalism. Then suddenly, yeah, I became a teacher too. So probably the things that we are curious about, that we will become someday. Okay. So next is here. This is big one. Compare and contrast. This is an interesting details or context or techniques that we can use because we have a lot of things to say about something, especially if it's contrasting ideas. And for example, streaming versus downloading. So what would you prefer? Or night shift versus day shift. What would you prefer? Okay. So anyone who wants to compare and contrast, what would you prefer? Is it I'm not sure if there are still people who are downloading movies. Before, probably 10 years ago, most people are downloading movies. But right now, most people are just simply streaming it. But still, what do you prefer? Streaming versus downloading. When we say downloading, you download it somewhere on a sketchy website or illegal website, then save it somewhere on flash drive and watch it without streaming. You just downloaded it. So basically, you own the movie. But this is the way to go before. But right now, it's more of a streaming. Okay, anyone who wants to answer? What do you prefer? Is it downloading or streaming? Okay, yes, Angelo.
So, what do I prefer, streaming or downloading? Both of them are really good ways to watch a movie and to watch your favorite movies. Good way to watch your favorite movies or different K dramas or other series. But for me, downloading is my go-to because in our place, it is a place where the speed of our internet connections are very slow. So downloading for me is my go-to so that I could watch the movie or the series that I want without no delay. That's why downloading is for me rather than streaming.
All right. So very methodological. Next, anyone who wants to answer streaming versus downloading? Okay, si Errol.
Hello, sir. Am I audible po?
Yes.
Um, if I were to pick between streaming and downloading media, I would prefer downloading it because in our area the internet is very spotty, which means if I stream movies or media content, sometimes the video buffers or is not in full quality. While if I download, I I can set up time beforehand before I watch it, and then I can watch it in full quality without the buffering.
Okay, and that's the reason why.
That's the reason why I pick downloading over streaming.
Okay, so think of this session class as if you are a Miss Universe on training, right? And you are being trained to answer the Q&A portion of the pageant. It should always be complete, okay? So you answer the question, you provide the reason, and the context behind the reason. And that context is where this escape will comes in. And then you provide a decent closure to your answer. As simple as that. Okay? So aside from Ken, anyone who wants to answer? Yes. Compare and contrast. Yes, Gerald.
Hello, sir. I'm audible po.
Yes.
Um, so I prefer downloading because it allows me to watch videos anytime and anywhere, even without an internet connection. Because it's really convenient for me, especially when I'm traveling or in places with a weak or no signal. Because downloading also saves me from buffering issues, and I don't have to worry about data usage since the video is already saved in my device. So that's why I prefer downloading over streaming.
Okay, good job. Jorafel?
So for me, streaming services, um, streaming will be my choice for this one because streaming services have revolutionized the way we consume digital content, offering unparalleled convenience and accessibility. So with a stable internet connection, users can access a vast library of music, movies, and TV shows without the need for storage space. Streaming services provide a cost-effective solution which allow users to access a wide range of content for a fraction of the cost of purchasing individual downloads. So overall, streaming flexibility, affordability, and vast content selection make it a more appealing option than downloading for many consumers.
Okay, thank you, Jorafel. Now let's proceed to the next bullet. So, what do you prefer, night shift or day shift? Okay, so very good. There's a new hands. Let's hear it from Norel. Joanna?
Wait lang. Am I audible po?
Yeah, audible ka na.
So I prefer day shift over night shift because I'm more active and focused during the days. Because at night I usually feel sleepy, which makes it harder to work well. And the day shift also gives me time after work to do school project or household chores. Like unlike the night shift, it helps me stay productive while still having time for other responsibilities. And that's the reason why I prefer day shift than night shift.
Okay, good job. Carla?
Good morning, sir. I prefer the day shift because it matches my natural body clock and I feel more active, alert, and productive during the day. Also, it's easier to focus on my tasks when there's sunlight and everyone else is awake too. That's why I prefer the day shift over night shift.
Okay, so good job. You are following the mind mapping rule. And yes, Christine Joy.
Hello, sir. Good morning po. Sorry if the audio is ano po, maingay. But I prefer night shift than in day shift because as a working student, I do not want to compromise my schedule at school, which is usually the daytime over my schedule at work. So I really prefer night shift over day shift.
Okay. And who else who's not yet done? Yeah, Princess.
Hello po, sir. May audible po.
Yes.
So for me po, I prefer the night shift because it's quieter and less busy, which helps me focus better on my work, and it also allows me to have free time during the day for my personal activities or errands.
Okay, and that's the reason why.
And that's the reason why I prefer the night shift over the day shift.
Okay. Mabuti nga wala kayong ano eh. Thank you for that interesting question. Okay, so let's hear it from Matthew.
Hello, sir. Am I audible po?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, if I were to ask if I prefer night shift versus day shift, I prefer more than night shift because during night shift it is more comfortable to me for work, and then like because as a working student as well, it is more effective to have a night shift. So my responsibilities in schools will not compromise my work and vice versa. And also it you can focus more when you are on a night shift work because of the peaceful surroundings, and there is no, or should we say less distractions. That is why I prefer night shift.
Okay. And okay, si Kyle, Andrea.
Um, I prefer working the night shift because I'm still a student and most of my daytime hours are spent attending classes, doing schoolwork and managing other org responsibilities. So at night it's when I can have a quiet and uninterrupted time to focus on my art commissions. Although I understand that working late hours can sometimes take a toll on my health, I try to manage my schedule responsibly by getting enough rest when I have the time. So for now, the night shift is more practical and efficient for me because it allows me to balance both my academic and creative work without compromising either, and that's why I prefer the night shift.
Okay. And one more, last na, si Eloisa ulit.
As a working student, I prefer the night shift over the day shift because I attend school during the day and the night shift offers differential pay. The day shift, on the other hand, conflicts with my schedule and doesn't provide the same financial benefits. And that's the reason why I prefer night shift.
All right, very good. So the compare and contrast is very apparent on your answers. Okay, so you are getting it. Next is associate, coming up with relevant ideas. So whenever I smell roses, I remember my grandmother, or the rose was her favorite flower. Okay, so here is you will use your sense of all your senses: sense of sight, sense of smell, okay, sense of taste, sense of touch. For example, whenever I smell floor wax, I remember when I was in elementary, because our floor is always covered by floor wax. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so associate whenever. Okay, so what is that thing that you associate with something? Okay, so the answer is the, yeah, you associate. Then you provide additional context. Why do you associate that thing to that? Just like this example that we have. The smell of roses is being associated with her grandma because that's her favorite flower. Okay? So it can be not with the senses, can be the aura. Okay, for example, whenever I see Jerson, I remember my two classmates, my two close friends when I was in high school. He is like the combination of those two people that is very close to me. That's why whenever I see Jerson, I remember my friend, uh, Gaben and Ken. So that's it. Can be abstract concept as long as you can associate something to something. Okay? So come up with your answer with that. Okay. None? You cannot associate anything with your past experiences? Wala ba kayong mga past experiences that you can associate with your current? Okay, yes, Diana.
Whenever I hear Huwag Mong Aminin by Rico Blanco, I feel a little hurt because it reminds me of someone, and the lyrics just hit different to my ears, like every word was meant for me.
Okay, so, and that's the reason why I associate
And that's the reason why I
the
associate.
song with pain. So, yeah. So, remember the closing remarks. It cannot be, it's okay if it's not verbatim. Okay, it's just a simple phrase. That's why I associate it to pain. That's it. Okay, that's the phrase. That's why I associate it with pain. Okay, that will be your simple conclusion. You don't have to recap everything. Just a simple phrase, and that's the reason why I associate it with pain. Something like that. Okay. Hey, Jerson.
Good morning po, sir. Whenever I see an electric guitar, I remember my younger brother and his passion for music. He plays in a band, and every time I hear those familiar tunes, I feel proud of his talent and dedication. That's why I associate an electric guitar to my brother.
Okay, very good. And yeah, Jubel.
Whenever I woke up in the morning and smell something savory, that's why I know it's Sunday.
Okay, so whenever you woke up in the morning, you associate the morning to what?
Ano po, savory smell po to Sunday.
Okay, so your answer is the Sunday to the. Okay, elaborate your answer. What is your
Ulitin po.
answer and where do you associate it with?
Whenever I woke up po in the morning and smell something savory, I know it's Sunday, and I associated po with Sunday because my parents love to cook po. So pag Sunday po, it's family day po sa amin. So they love to cook.
I see. All right. So whenever you smell savory after waking up, you associate it with Sunday morning because your family gathers during Sunday. Okay, and that's why you associate it with savory. Okay, so yeah, you got it. Next is, dito pa ba hindi nagtataas? Okay, Jewel, mga bagong kamay.
Ayun. Am I audible po, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So, whenever I see the moon at night, I remember my girlfriend because they both give me a feeling of ease and peace at times that I stare at them po.
Okay, medyo mahina audio mo. Sige.
Ay, should repeat ko po ba?
Sige, lakasan mo ng konti, boses mo.
Sige po. So, whenever I see the moon at night, I remember my girlfriend because they both give me a feeling of ease and peace at times that I stare at them po. So that's why I associated the moon with my girlfriend po.
All right, that will do. And okay, si Fella.
Hello, narinig ko.
Yes.
For me, every time I eat at Jollibee, it reminds me of my childhood. Back then, every Sunday after Mass, my family and I would always eat there. And that's the reason why Jollibee reminds me of my childhood.
Medyo choppy yung audio mo, Fella. I can barely hear it.
Hello po. Ulitin po po.
Okay,
Okay na po. Ayan. Every time I eat at Jollibee, it reminds me of my childhood. Back then, every Sunday after Mass, my family and I would always eat. And that's the reason why Jollibee reminds me of my childhood.
okay. So medyo ano yung audio mo. But I think you get it. Okay, so let's hear it from Desiree.
Okay lang po. Okay. Whenever I go to market and see sour soap, it reminds me of my father because that's our favorite fruit and we used to eat that together.
Okay. So just provide a conclusion. And okay, one more. It's sino yung bago dito? Oh, Cholo.
Hello po, sir. Am I audible po, sir?
Yeah.
Yan, sir. Whenever I hear the sound of the rain po, sir, whenever I hear the sound of the rain, I remember my childhood days where I used to play with my friends outside under the rain, and that's why I associated it with the rain, the sound of the rain po.
Okay. I already remember the actor, the Korean actor who played Cholo. Where parents got your name. It's Kim Rae-won. So I have answers to that. So whenever I see Kim Rae-won, I remember my mother because that's her favorite Korean actor that plays the role Cholo in the Endless Love series. Okay, let's hear it from Althea. Then we'll go to the next slide. Althea.
Whenever I see a badminton racket, I remember my athlete boyfriend winning the championship, which is why I always associate it with him.
Okay. Yeah, very simple and correct. Next is okay. So this is big one also. Now, there is a difference between giving instruction and explaining the process. Okay? Because when you give instruction, there's no context behind that instruction. Okay? You just provide instruction. And then explaining the process, every time you provide instruction, you explain the reasoning behind it. Okay? The rationale behind it. So, provide instructions in riding an MRT. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is to, of course, to purchase a beep card so that you'll be able to get into those turnstiles. Okay, and then of course you ride an MRT. But explaining a process is giving a context behind it. Okay, so it's like though some cooking instruction is more appropriate in providing and explaining the process. Okay, so for example, in giving instruction, when cooking an adobo, okay, just put the oil and the meat, then close the lid, wait for 3 to 5 minutes for it to cook. Okay, that's giving instruction. But when you explain the process, there is a broader context behind it. Okay, so the first thing that you need to do is make sure that the pot is very hot before you put the oil in it, so that there's no exploding effects. Then after that, you put first the onions before the garlic because onion is easier to cook than garlic, or is it vice versa? Yeah. So explain the process behind it. Then the next thing you do is to put the meat, then cover the pot for it to cook easily. key. So you explain that by putting the lid on the pot, it will make the cooking even faster. So see the difference there. Giving instructions like providing all the instruction in one go without explaining the process. So, but this is, you can use this strategy. Okay, it depends on the situation that you can use. Just simply giving instruction. If you know that the person you are talking to is already know what they are doing, but if you think that they are very newbie, okay, they are noob in that department, so you explain the process every step of the way. Okay, so just as simple as that. So, for example, give instructions on how to apply for a job. Okay, just let's simplify this. Provide an instruction. Okay, this is just an instruction on how to go to UP Techno Hub. Do you know where is UP Techno Hub? It's just sa bungad ng Commonwealth Avenue near Pilcoa. So from PUP Santa Mesa to Techno Hub. Okay, anyone? So yeah, fella. Fella May. Nakamute ka? Nagsasalita ka na ba? Napindot lang yata ni Fela. Okay, anyone who wants to provide instruction on how to go to mga taga-Commonwealth dyan, taga-Purview, taga-Bulacan, SJDM, taga-Caloocan, North. Imposible din yung alam yung UP Techno Hub. Sa tapat ng UP. How to go to... Okay, yeah, Jello.
Napindot lang po, sir. Di ko po alam yung place po. Sorry.
Okay, sige. Okay, I'll give you some time to answer it. First is to how to go to PUP, to Techno Hub from PUP. And the next one is how to get a new ID, PUP ID. Okay, so PUP to Techno Hub. And then process of cooking. Ano bang saan? Spaghetti. Yan. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. So, syempre, process yung gagawin mo sa cooking. Explain mo yung context behind it. Okay? So, bakit lalagyan ng mantika, pagpapakuluan yung pasta, why do you need to put salt, etc. Alright? So, I'll give you some time. Guys, nasa chat box yung tanong. May gusto ba sumubok? Either yung PUP to Technohub or process of cooking spaghetti. Go, Joe Rafael.
Sir, good afternoon po. Clarify ko lang po if yung sa first po ba is on how to get to UP Techno Hub.
Yeah, from PUP.
Okay, so to get to UP Techno Hub from PUP Santa Mesa, you can take a taxi or ride-hailing services like Grab or InDrive, which will take around 12 minutes depending on traffic, and it'll cost approximately 200 to 250 pesos, depends on the fare. But alternatively, you can take also a bus from Ramon Magsaysay along Alcantara intersection to University of the Philippines, Ayala Land Techno Hub in Commonwealth Avenue, Quezon City, which it will take about 56 minutes to 1 hour with the cost of 40 to 61 pesos.
Okay, so yeah, that's how you do it. Anyone else? Pwede yung spag. Kaya aside from Angelo, pagpahingay naman natin sa Angelo. Guys, akala nyo makakatakas kayo pag tumahimik lang kayo. Okay, I'll go, Jobel.
So for spaghetti po, first prepare your ingredients like the pasta, onion, garlic, salt, pepper, spaghetti sauce, ground beef, and then optional yung carrots. And for the cooking process po, first boil the water, then boil water, and then after boiling the water, you can now add your pasta and drain the pasta after makook siya. And then now cook your sauce in a pan, put olive oil, and then saute your garlic and onion, and then add the ground beef, and you can add na the carrots, and then put the spaghetti sauce. Optional, you can also add tomato sauce, and then some sugar for a Filipino style spaghetti, and then you can add cheese, and then you can serve it na and top it with cheese and some oregano. Ayan po, sir.
Okay. So, instead of saying, ayun na po, sir, just say, and that's how you cook spaghetti. But correct in providing context behind why you putting sugar in it. Okay, so you said add sugar for a Filipino style spaghetti. Okay, instead of just saying add sugar without saying any context. So that sounds weird to non-Filipino. Why would you add sugar? Because when you eat an authentic spaghetti, ang asim. Masashock ka, di ba? Sabi mo, parang gusto mong isoli yung order mo. Ah, to spaghetti ba to? So hindi ka sanay sa mga sa spaghetti na walang sugar. But yeah, that's how you provide process, additional context behind it. Okay, one more. So it can be anything kung where are you very much familiar with. It can be how process of cooking pancit canton, something like that. Or from PUP to your province or from your house. Go Cholo.
Sir, yung sa akin po is about transplanting a cactus po. So, for the instruction is prepare your materials for your cactus. So, the plant, the new pot, the well-draining soil, also tongs or gloves. So, for the instruction po is, I mean, the explaining the process po is carefully remove the cactus. Syempre, wait lang. For the process, syempre, wear gloves, and use the tongs to hold the cactus and carefully remove it from the pot. Also, be very careful to damage the roots, and then prepare your new pot. Put a well draining soil mix, and then carefully put your cactus in that pot, and then top it with a rocks so that the cactus won't be a little wait, I forgot the word. Ayan, isa. Um top it with a rock so that the cactus will be stable when you pot it, so it will not be easily knocked, and do not water it for a week so you may avoid root rot. And that is all for the process of transplanting our cactus.
Kahit na ano, you don't provide context every step of the way. It's like you provide context from time to time. That will do. That will be under explaining the process. So we're all good now. Anyone else who wants to answer this? None? Okay. Okay, next is explain the jargon. So jargon is the terminology that's exclusive to our circle. Okay, can be group of friends, it can be group of professional on your job. Okay, it's like group of people. For example, BTLED in College of Education we have DBTE. That's jargon outside the co-ed or BTLED, diba? So those are jargons. So when you mention a jargon, make sure that you will explain it right away. So for example, this is the comic strip. Nagkasalubong yung BP tsaka yung TL. So TL said, BP, I thought you should know that H is down, schedule adherence is up, and we are meeting every SLA. Then BP said, as call center manager, you should know that your group's PE ratio improved, market share expanded, and ROOC is at record high. Then after their convo, they don't have any idea. So I don't know what he's talking about, but at least sounded like it was a good news. Okay, so that's the importance of saying the jargon. So here in this combo, the jargons here are, of course, AHT, average handling time, and SLA is service level agreement. So it's like your contract, for example, Concentrix have a contract with Amazon that Concentrix will provide 100 calls per hour to Amazon. So that's their SLA or service level agreement. They need to meet that or else it's a breach of contract. Yan dito sa mga BP jargon and RO CNP ratio. I don't even know what's that. So there. Now, think of a jargon that's exclusive to your job. Come on, class. Sa chat box lang. Para maano kami, ma-orient. Okay, what is SIL? Then you provide context behind the jargon. Kahit sa mga sa mga game na nilalaro nyo, for example, gamer ka, ano yung MMORPG? Ano yung MOBA? Ano yung JRPG? Okay? So yun, kahit na ano, mga sa hobby nyo, hobby related. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, before Jonah. That's correct. Fewa. Footlog egg wrap around. Tama yan. So tayo lang taga-PUP yung nakakaalam yan. Tama. Okay? Go explain jargon in your field of pwedeng hobby, work, sa circle natin. Go, Jonah.
Last sem po, in education, we learned about the TOS, or Table of Specifications. So, in education po, TOS is used by, they are, they serves as a plan or blueprint, and it is used by teachers to make sure that the tests, uh, or assessments are balanced and aligned with the learning objectives.
That's right. So, for example, on your long quiz next week, 10% of that is about 21st century teacher, okay? So another 20% is about hero's journey. Another 20% is about videography, cinematography, something like that. Okay, yeah, that's correct. TOS is for education. That's right. Okay, Zarina.
In the IT field po, people often say, I need to fix the bug in the system. The word bug means an error or a problem in a computer program. For people in IT, it's a common term, but for others, it might sound like an insect po.
Okay, that will do. And alam niyo ba yung Bing? The browser, I mean the search engine. So Bing stands for yeah, because I'm not Google. Okay, go ahead, Matthew.
Hello, sir. In my work field, we have here the term PTO and SAL. PTO stands for planned time off. This is when you want to file a leave, and that is 2 weeks prior to your chosen date when you want to file a leave. So that's how you plan your time off. And if you want to have a leave, or when you have a important event that you wanted to attend and you want to plan a leave, so plan time off. And we have here the SAL as well, or service incentive leave. This one is when you already filed a PTO or plan time off, you can apply service incentive leave on your PTO, so that either you are on a leave, you will be paid still by the company with your regular working hours, just like when you're on a site in the work.
Yeah, that's right. So VTO is voluntary time off. Yeah, that's right. So if there's no call, you can just simply. Okay, we are only listing the legitimate jargon here, Lawrence, ah. Hindi yung mga gawa-gawa lang. Okay, saang circle yan?
Sa trabaho lang po namin, sir.
Okay, sige. Sige, pagbigyan. Okay, what else? Go, Danica.
I'm audible po ba, sir?
Yes. Okay,
Okay
so
po.
para ma-shortlist natin yun, dapat related sa technology. Okay? Baka mamaya may magsabi ng BRB. Okay, so related din sa technology. Go ahead.
Sa akin, sir, ano po, related po sa work field ko po. So, sa akin po, sir, CSAT related to BPO world and call center role. CSAT po is customer satisfaction score or customer satisfaction. CSAT is we use to measure the customer satisfaction with our service or the service that we provide. So this involve a survey to collect their feedback to our service to them, and it will based on that feedback and to that service, it will improve our service to customers, and we will also it has a huge part in our performance CSAT.
Okay, yeah. That's right. So there, those are the common jargon that we might encounter, especially in BPO. There's a lot of jargon here, and even in the field of IT, right? May GUI, API, so IT related stuff. So here are the tips. Okay, use transition words such as first, second, third, or one, two, three. Okay, next, then afterwards, finally. In addition, moreover, to add, and yun nga, for example, for instance, namely, stick to the topic, and here you are guilty of this. Some of you are guilty of this. Do not end it with that's it. Give a decent conclusion or summary to your answer. Okay? So, got it, everyone? Thumbs up? Before we proceed to our activity? Okay. Okay, now let's have activity. Okay, answer this. Yung mga hindi pa nagsasagot, ha? Baka magkagulatan na lang kayo pag nakita niyo yung grade niyo. I said everyone should participate. Yung mga hindi pa nagsasagot, ha? Okay, another hand. Nagsagot yan si Ken, tsaka si Jonah. How about the others? Okay, go, Carla.
What's the one thing inside my bag that I can't live without? The one thing inside my bag, I can't live without is my earphones. Because I always bring them wherever I go, and they help me. It helps me focus and calm, especially when I'm commuting or studying. I'm always listening to music. That makes me feel relaxed and keeps me in a good mood.
Okay, and then? Kakasabi lang dito, oh. Oh, give a decent conclusion. Ano yung ano mo doon? Decent conclusion mo doon, Carla?
That's why it's the one thing that I can't live without when I'm
Okay.
traveling or studying.
Okay, that will do. Next. Sige. Hanggang hindi nagsasagot lahat, walang magla-lunch. Okay, Margaret.
What's the one thing inside your bag that you can live without? For me, is ball pen. Whenever when I go outside, even in, even if it's not for school or for for even if it's not for school, I always bring my ball pen
Once upon a
so that it can it the ball kasi I mean the ball pen is one of my thing um for example when I go for application in work, I always I don't forget my ball pen so that I won't gonna borrow from someone. That's why it is the thing inside my bag that I can play without.
Okay. And sino ba? Okay, go Caroline.
Am I audible po, sir?
Yes.
Ayun. So, what's the one thing inside your bag that you can't live without? For me, it's my tissue po. Because I sweat a lot, especially when I commute from my house to my school. So, that's why I use the tissue a lot. So, that's why I can't leave my house or I can't live without my tissue.
Okay. So next, marami pa tayong mga tanong dito. Okay, so since Wave 31 kayo, ICT 31, who's your favorite co-trainee or classmates so far? Okay, go Sean.
My favorite co-trainee so far is none other than my best friend, Jan Joropel Alipio. Because Jan Joropel Alipio knows all around about call center basic, and not only that, he knows the chica around the LOB, the wave itself. And with that, Jan Joropel is my favorite co-trainee so far in this session, in this batch.
Okay, good answer. Though you mentioned one jargon, but you didn't explain what's that. The LOB for the newbies. Go ahead.
LOB stands for lobby, or the production side of the agents. I don't know.
Okay, LOB is line of business. LOB, line of business. Okay? So that's another jargon. For example, um, let's say, same company, different LOB. For example, Jollibee and Red Ribbon. Okay? So same company but different LOB, line of business. Okay? Mang Inasal is line of LOB of Jollibee Food Corporation. And Red Ribbon and Greenwich, those are different LOB. Okay. Yeah, Christine.
Sir, I am audible po. Am
Yeah.
I audible po?
Yes.
Okay. So, who's your favorite co-trainee so far? If I had to choose my favorite co-trainee so far, I'd say it's Caroline because she's so kind, friendly, and she's easy to talk to. She always brings good vibes and makes my learning so fun and less stressful. If I I'd say that my most favorite co-trainee so far is Caroline.
Okay, yeah. So you can use the associate technique also here. Why is that your favorite co-trainee or classmate is you can associate it with something or you can share a story. So I remember when during our first day, something like that. Okay, you can use the strategy and escape. Okay, Jerome.
Okay, so my favorite co-trainee so far is, beside from my best friend Jan Errol Joseph, it's probably Gavin because of the vibes he brings into the group whenever there's an activity. It makes the workflow smoother and the communication easier. And that is
Okay.
why I choose Gavin as my favorite
Yeah.
co-trainee so far.
There. Okay, that's why I choose get Gavin. Okay, Melanie.
Uh, my favorite buddy out of all the friends I have is Christine because she's always there for me. Whenever there are classes, she would always call me and check up on me if I was already in class. She would call me when I'm late, and that's why she's my favorite because she's kind and easy to be with, and we just vibe with each other.
Okay, thank you. Naka-open cam pala ako, guys. Kala ko naka-off cam ako. Sorry sa mga nakita nyo. Okay, so next is Miguel.
So my favorite co-trainee so far is Duel Angelo Del Monte because he's reliable and gets things done in an orderly fashion. He lays out the groundwork for the group most of the time for us to proceed and just generally makes everybody's lives easier.
So, yun. Pwede mo yung closing statement mo yun. Simple lang. Next is Andrea.
Ako po, sir.
Kyle.
My favorite co-trainee or classmate so far is Diana because I view her as a great leader and a supportive friend because she always helps us organize our tasks and classes, and she's the one who communicates with our teachers on behalf of the whole class. That's why Diana is my favorite co-trainee or classmate.
All right. So, here naman, another question. What was your dream job when you were a kid? Mga hindi pa nagsasagot dyan, ha? What was your dream job when you were a kid? Okay, go, Angelo.
My dream job when I was a kid is to be a pilot. I remember growing up that I want to travel all around the globe as well as fly above the clouds. And that's the reason why when I was a kid, my dream job was to be a pilot.
Okay, thank you, Jello. And Matthew?
My dream job when I was a kid was to be a doctor because I was curious on how they save lives and also what their field was and their work as well, and to be on their on the hospital. So that's why my doctor is my dream childhood job.
Okay. And ito pa. More of giving instruction. Tell us your routine before going to work or school. Okay, you can provide a little bit context why you do that so that it can be categorized as process. Just, tell us about your routine before going to work or school.
Based on big behavior. Two with the ring. One that's always been getting growth, of course. Everything in nature follows this rhythm. Please don't rush to believe. I don't argue with the living.
Sige, ngumuya muna kayo dyan. Habang ngumunguya kayo, mag-isip kayo. Okay, Errol.
My routine before I go to school, I always set a 2-hour alarm before my class in order for me to wake up and get prepared. I do that because I have an estimated of 1 hour and 30 minutes commute to PUP. After I wake up, I clean myself, I brush my teeth, and then sometimes I eat, and sometimes I don't, depending on the time. And I get ready and go to school. And that is my routine before going to school.
Okay. Go, Carmela.
So, am I audible ba?
Yes.
So my routine before I go to school or work po is, after I wake up, I drink water because to for me to dehydrate, and also after that, some stretching for uh to boost my energy, of course, and of course my personal hygiene, so freshening up and brush my teeth and also shower, so for me to be comfortable in before going to school. And that's what my routine before going to school or work.
Okay, and that's my routine. Okay, this is another interesting. You can compare and contrast, or you can use your personal experience in this. So, do you think ordering online is safe? Why or why not?
It teaches patience, really controlling the flow. When you start pushing against the current, you start noticing the preparation has been quietly. Maybe that's why you're watching. Maybe this video, now you're exactly when you need a different reminder, but waiting for the end. It means something to do. It's a lot like tuning an old radio. You twist the dial.
Kaya nakapagsagot to si Matt.
For a moment,
How about the others?
and with one small adjustment, clear signal cuts through. The message is always there. You just gotta find it out.
Yung mga hindi pa nasasagot, guys. Ayoko nang tawagin kayo kasi pag tinawag ko kayo,
Don't get on some dates like this.
Altea, go.
Purchases on so the shit.
Do you think ordering
Ordering online can be safe if you're careful. So you just need to buy from trusted websites, check for secure payments options, um, and and of course avoid sharing personal information with unknown sellers. And it's not safe if you're not being cautious because there's a risk of getting scammed or delivered by fake products. So that is why it can be safe and not be safe ordering online.
Okay. Okay, so you choose both. Okay, so that's good argument. Okay, yes, Maceda.
Um, Nowadays, sir, I think ordering online is safe as long as we are careful because many stores usually they use secure websites and apps that helps us protect our personal information and payments as well. But it can be risky if we buy from untrusted sellers or we click on fake links that routes us to um, misinformation or something that is not safe for us. So should always order from official apps or websites and we avoid sharing private details. Thank you.
Okay. So ito, another interesting question. That's very personal. If you can eat only one kind of dish for the rest of your life, what would it be? And of course, why?
I can only eat one dish in my life.
Sino ba hindi nagsasagot? Guys, kung gusto nyo makapag-lunch na, mangyayari lang yun pag nakasagot na lahat. So, i-pressure nyo na yung classmate nyo na hindi pa nagsasagot. Pwede naman kayo magsagot ulit. Okay, Desiree.
If I can only eat one kind of dish for the rest of my life, I would say tofu because it's very versatile. I can cook it in so many ways and it easily takes different flavors. Plus, it's healthy and very easy to prepare. That's why I chose tofu.
Okay, good job. Tofu, yeah, it's delicious. Diana,
If I could only eat one kind of fish for the rest of my life, it would be boppies because I love how spicy it is and it is delicious. Why for me boppies would be my only choice forever.
yeah, it's crunchy and spicy. Yeah, it's delicious, especially if it's a little bit color orangey. Okay, Gwyneth.
If I could only eat one dish for the rest of my life, I would choose sinigang because it's delicious and flavorful, especially with its sour tamarind taste. Second, it's because it is healthy, because it has a lot of vegetables and not that oily.
All
And
right.
lastly, it gives me comfort and reminds me of family meals at home because it's our favorite dish. And that's why sinigang will be my choice.
All right. Thank you, Gannett. Yan, given.
Hello, sir. If I can only eat one dish in the rest of my life, I will eat pancit canton, chili mansi, because for me, I can eat this all day long, and that's my favorite and easy to cook. So that's why I want to eat pancit canton.
Yeah, but if you eat that every day, you'll only last 3 months.
Ayun lang.
Choose healthy food, okay? Now, sino ba yung sasagot? Mga bagong kamay, si Dorel. Ayun, Samantha Shane, go ahead.
If I had to eat only one dish for the rest of my life, I will choose adobo. Because it's a classic Filipino dish that's really flavorful, and plus you can make it with chicken, pork, and even add vegetables. I think so. It's a bit flexible. Plus, it easy to cook. Satisfying for any meal, and yeah, I choose adobo because that is that comforting, and it reminds me of home and family meals.
Okay, vegetables, adobo. Is potato vegetables? Okay.
I
Okay, here's the last question. Okay, last na to. Who would you be? Who would be the actor to play you if your life would be made into a movie or kahit sa MMK? Who is that actor or actress that will play you as you? Last na to, class. Then makakalafang na kayo. Kaya i-boost nyo na lahat. Ay, mga shy type kayo. Ayaw nyo mag-isip ng ano. Who would be the actor to play you if your life made if your life would be made into a movie? Me, probably Jim Curry. Because he can make a lot of facial expressions, and that would be perfectly suited to mimic my face. And that's why Jim Curry is the actor that I would choose to play as me. Yes, Danica.
Hello, audible to sir.
Yes.
Okay. If my life will be made into a movie, the actor or the actress that I would choose to play me is Anne Hathaway, because Anne Hathaway plays a lot of different types of and genres of movies, and she's very expressive, natural, and she can portray a lot of emotions, and she's also very pretty. That's why I choose Anne Hathaway. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Yes, Ivy.
If my life were made into a movie, I would choose Edge Gonzalez to play me because, like her, I sometimes wish to disappear and take a break from everything. And she's also calm and strong and expressive, which are the qualities that reflect how I deal with my emotions. And that's the reason why I chose Erich Gonzalez.
Yeah, Erich. Actually, did you know that Erich Gonzalez brother graduated in PUP, COC, College of Communication. Okay, or Diana.
If my life were made into a movie, I would want Nadine Lustre to play me because she's so talented and really knows how to bring personality to her roles. Plus, I love her Instagram feed, and that's why Nadine Lustre would be the perfect actress to play me.
Okay, yeah. So I remember Nadine Lustre when she cosplayed Josie Rizal. It really suits her very well. Okay, Anna.
So the actor that would play me as in a movie is I would choose Ilona Garcia to play me in a movie because she has a very Filipina look that's perfect for portraying a Filipina girl like me, and that's why I chose Ilona.
Okay, yeah, si Ilona. I think she's international singer, right? I think she signed up in 88 Rising, right? Same with Atarashi Gaku. Atarashi Gaku means new school. Okay. And who else? Is everyone done? Yeah, I think so. Everyone participated already. Are you sure, guys? Si Bea Janine Aguilar. Parang hindi ko pa naririnig to. Bea. Sagot na kayo para yung madali na lang nasagutan niyo. Go.
If my life became a movie po, I'd want si, si, si Dina Gomez po to play me because she's kind, down to earth, and a great singer po. I think she could perfectly show both myself and Babe's side. That's why I choose Selena Gomez.
Okay, thank you, Bea. Next, Priya.
I would choose Jenna Ortega to play me because she's the one I admire lately because of her role in Wednesday as Wednesday Adam. And I like her emotion and how she play her role.
Okay, and that's why you choose. Conclusion, Priya, remember.
That's why I choose Jenna Ortega to play me.
Okay. Si Daneza. Daneza, go.
If my life were a movie, I'd choose Charlie Dixon to play me. She's genuine, hardworking, and knows how to show quiet strength through her emotions. She could beautifully portray the life of someone who learned independence early as a young breadwinner, balancing sacrifice, determination to build a better future. That's why I chose Charlie Dixon to play me if my life were a movie.
Okay. Micah Cortez. Micah, are you with us? Ma-absenan kapag di ka nag-respond. Wala na si Micah. Christine Joyce. Tapos ka na ba? Ay, tapos ka na eh. Pero sige. Miguel Villas. Miguel, are you with us?
Sir, ako po.
Yes.
Um, the actor that I would want to play if my life was made into a movie is probably Christian Bale because there's nothing much, but I really love how he taps into the character in every movie he is in, his dedication to the craft, and um that's it.
That's it.
Overall, I just really admire the actor. So I choose Christian Bale as the actor to play my life if it was made into a movie.
Okay. That will do. Okay, I think everyone's done. Okay, go Ken.
Sir, for me, sorry po. For me, I think Andrew Lincoln po, the one who acts in The Walking Dead po. I pick him because he's very dedicated for the job, and also I saw his other movies, and I think he nailed all the parts or all the role of his movies. So that's why I pick him po. And I think he will be a good portrayal of me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ken. All right, so I think everyone's done. Kindly open your webcam for attendance. First slide. 1, 2, 3, 4. Smile. Second slide. 1. Excuse me. 2, 3, and smile. Okay. So goodbye, everyone. See you next week, face to face. Goodbye.
Thank you po, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you po.
Sir, thank you po.
Sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.